Hello guys, welcome to another video. And if you have not been following me, we have been doing a series on motherhood artworks. So this is the third piece of that series. If you have not seen the previous two, the link will be in the description or on the top right corner. So for this piece, I tried to implement what I had learned in the first two pieces. So though it didn't go entirely as planned, it turned out better as compared to my previous piece. And I highly recommend you watch that because that was touch. But anyway, that's that thing aside. I did the color blocking for the characters. After I did the color blocking, I went ahead and did what I had done in the previous piece for the skin, trying to bring in the hue and the saturations for the skin, and also the hue and the values, and also introduce the kind of human anatomy in the aspect. It didn't quite work out well for my case because I was trying to see how the figure would look like. It didn't appear as I wanted. There was a point where I also stopped doing the artwork, went and tried looking at the reference videos, trying to see how they're doing it. But it seems I'll need to do more practice on that because I was having a lot of problems with that. That aside, I decided to try my old method, but also implement a bit of the value system into the creation of the skin tone. So I just gave the all the characters, I gave them both just the skin, and later on I added now the values where I will see more light, or where I will expect more kind of blood on the undertone of the skin will appear. That's where I did another layer on top of the skin layer, so that gives it more bit of light and life. Okay, so that being said, I did that for the first character. Once I was done with that, I quickly shifted to the next character, and while doing this I was intending to have the light source coming from the right side of my characters. So in this case you can see from the right side is where, from the right side of your screen, that's where I expected the characters to have their light source coming from. So I went and did the second character, gave her the base skin, then came on top of that base skin, gave her that added highlight. Okay, now that's a bit of learning something that I've learned from the value system, where you have the values, the tones. Okay, that being said, I tried giving her the anatomy feel, but it felt like it's an armor, or as if I was creating an armor on top of her body, and I didn't like it. I just wanted it to be like pure, clean sort of artwork. After that, I went ahead and did the blood system, whereby you go underneath your artwork, or where the layer where you've put the artwork or the skin, then you paint it with a red, so the red will sort of give the ambience of blood flowing underneath the skin. So that's exactly what I did for this piece, and I did that after messing around with the hues and variations to kind of hue and saturation to ensure that the skin was looking the kind of way I wanted it to look like, because I was going for more of this dark skin female characters. And if you have noticed at this moment, I also went and included the elf ears. That was an idea that I had done in the first piece of the series, so I went and I sort of recycled that idea into this piece. It came out very well. The color tone that I chose for this one was actually inspired by a friend of mine, so I decided to sort of give sort of like a homage to the friend, yeah. The friend likes this kind of color, so I decided, let me see what I can do. Let me see how I can play with this color, the variations about it. I also used smudge tool, which I've not been using for quite a while, and I was happy because it turned out pretty well, gave out that feather feeling or that feather look. So once I did that on the lady, on the daughter or the daughter character, I went and replicated that onto the mother character, and it turned out pretty well. Once that was done, and I had done the feathered look on the edges of their clothing, I went ahead and tried doing something more on their face and on their skin, trying to make it more lifelike as possible and as close to what I expected it to come in the final outcome. Okay, so I tempered with the hues and situations a bit, then went on to do the lips, gave them different color lips, with the mother having a more darker color for the lips. Then I went and finally did the hair, and after doing the hair, I used the smudge tool again to kind of give the hair also that blend and feathered look, which was, I was starting to fall in love with that feather look. So I did for the hair. After doing the hair, we went on and now started tweaking here and there, just the jewelry or the ornaments if you like. So I did the ornaments, and I was going for this kind of queen and a princess, with the queen sort of blessing the princess before she gets to become the new queen in the kingdom. So I did that, did a few ornaments here and there, and it was it actually turned out pretty nice, pretty good, and I was happy with it. And finally just did final touches whereby try and bring the light, the values, and I ended up with the last piece. The last thing that I did was protect the glitter, as I like to call it, the shine on the leaves, and then the edge lights, which was a new concept, but I did it pretty well. And we finally have our piece. Turned out really well. If you wanna see this, you can go visit me on Instagram and see you in the next piece.